Welcome back to Sports Now. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks to Joma. Ghana has defeated Nigeria by 7 wickets in an International Cricket Council World 2020 Africa qualifier at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval in Lagos. Captain Michael Aboge's side fielded first and courtesy of superb bowling from David Ankra, who got 3 wickets, 14 runs in 4 overs. Nigeria captain Chimezie Umuzulike had 33 runs off 29 balls. The Nigeria Table Tennis Federation (NTTF) has admitted that financial challenges affected its team's performance at the Commonwealth Games held in Gold Coast, Australia. NTTF President Ishaku Tikom said the team met the pre-tournament medal target despite the reduction in the number of players. Nigeria's champions Plateau United have crashed out of this year's CAF Confederation Cup after they lost 4-0 at USM Algiers of Algeria in the second leg of the final qualifying round. Thus, they exited the competition 5-2 on aggregate after they won the first leg 2-1 in Lagos. Nigeria's Russia 2018 World Cup group opponents Croatia will play Brazil in an international friendly at Anfield Stadium on June the 3rd. The match will kick off at 3 p.m. The game is part of both teams' preparations for the World Cup later in the month of June. Croatia FA President Davor Suker said Brazil is the most attractive team in the world and they will offer a better test ahead of the World Cup. And Maria Sharapova has committed to play in the Bay Area this summer as the former Stanford WTA stop moves to the San Jose State University. The 5-time Grand Slam champion will play in the Mubadala Silicon Valley Classic from July the 30th to August the 5th. After a first-round win last year, the former world number 1 withdrew from the 2017 tournament. And that's a wrap on Sports News. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Thanks, Ayotunde. French President Emmanuel Macron told European Parliament today that there seems to be a European civil war between liberal democracy and rising authoritarianism. He called on them to renew commitments to democracy, condemning what he calls the fascination with the illiberal in Europe. He also hit back at the Eurosceptics who drove the vote for Brexit in the UK. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker responded to the president's speech, praising Macron's commitments to the EU, saying the real France is back and that his election had brought new hopes to the bloc. And about 2,000 high-level participants from 93 countries are currently meeting in Germany for the 4th Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue. The dialogue is a platform for an international public and private audience to come together to discuss viable concepts for the ongoing global transformation of the energy sector. Our correspondent Ayola Kasim reports.
Feltham, a sleepy village some 60 kilometers southwest of Berlin, is home to just 140 people. But it has become a symbol of what can be accomplished with renewable energy. It produces its electricity by modern wind farms and a photovoltaic solar energy park built on a former military base. Heat is made by a biogas plant fueled by wood chips. This village has 0 unemployment compared to 30% unemployment in other villages in the area, with most residents working for its renewable energy sector.
The wind farm combined with a biogas plant provides electricity for the national grid, more than 250,000 kilowatt hours per year, and million kilowatt hours, and about a little part of it, about 1 million kilowatt hours per year, is directed directly via a physical electricity line, a cable, into the village. So it's not only on the balance sheet, but it's directly physical provision of green energy from the wind farm in combination with the biogas plant into the village.
How to maximize the success here on the global stage is the focus of this gathering here in Berlin.
BETD.
The 4th in the series, this year's dialogue, will focus on how to successfully accelerate an innovative energy transition integrating all sectors.
Most important point, I think, in favor of the energy transition is that it helps us bring about prosperity around the world. that helps us create economic growth for many decades to come. It is also an opportunity for us to create more energy by polluting the environment a lot less. This is a great challenge we are facing.
The International Renewable Energy Agency, in its new report just launched at the Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, says increasing energy system investment by 30% up to the year 2050 in favor of renewable energy and energy efficiency can create over 11 million additional energy sector jobs, completely offsetting job losses in the fossil fuel industry. But experts warn this will only benefit those who move fast.
We believe it's achievable because of what we're seeing in terms of cost declines in technology, the innovation processes that are supporting the development of new investments around the world.
The focus now is how to increase the use of renewable energy in housing, industries, and the transport sector. It is believed that if there is a transition in these sectors, then a real progress can be achieved in terms of reducing carbon dioxide emission. In Berlin, I'm Ayola Kasim reporting for Channels Television News.
And the main news again. The National Assembly today summoned Ministers of Defence and Finance, as well as the CBN Governor, to explain the release of $462 million for the purchase of helicopters by the executive without legislative approval. Also today, senators called for the sack of Nigeria's security chiefs over continued killings in parts of Nigeria as tension mounts in Nasarawa state over reported attacks. And French President Emmanuel Macron today warned against rising authoritarianism in the European Union. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Hunyato. Good night.